Some narcissists want attention and praise, even if it hurts you. Others want to control you, while some make a sport out of ruining people's lives. In this video, we're ranking narcissists from the least destructive to the most psychologically dangerous and destructive. As we go through them, you may think, that is my ex, or worse, my current partner. Level 1 is a narcissist most people actually think of when they hear the word narcissist. Confident, charismatic, attention-seeking. They are the life of a party and mostly just want to be admired. Many don't mind sharing the spotlight as long as they feel important. They may help you become successful as long as everyone knows they are behind your success. They'll buy drinks for everyone or give gifts as long as people praise them. Being with them feels like a constant party or adventure. But the moment you stop feeding their ego, the relationship starts disappearing and they simply lose interest in you. They stop inviting you along or communicating with you. This is when you realize the entire relationship was transactional. They just used you to make them feel good about themselves. And when you stop, they discard you without a thought. It can cut deep and leave long-lasting emotional scars to realize it was all an act, to fill a deep hole of insecurity inside them. At level 2, the narcissist doesn't just want attention. They need to feel they are superior to you. They are not willing to share the spotlight with anyone. And anyone who could outshine them is a threat. Your success, looks, happiness, even your smile can trigger their insecurities. This may come across as if they are always trying to one-up everyone. And if they cannot do that, they will smear your name and reputation or humiliate you in front of others to elevate themselves. Criticism is their kryptonite. The relationship with them is emotionally exhausting because nothing can simply be enjoyed together anymore. Everything becomes a comparison. Many cannot stand it if you achieve something they cannot, or if people pay attention to you and compliment you. They turn conversations back to how great they are, or how small you are. That's because their self-worth is built on comparison. They don't ask themselves, are they happy or successful? They ask, am I happier or more successful than others? Losing is emotionally destabilizing for them and creates emotions in them they don't know how to healthily deal with. So, they do the only thing they know. Remove the source of the emotion, your success or happiness. Being with them can feel like you are in a constant winner measuring competition, and you get punished every time they think you won. It's emotionally and psychologically exhausting, but not as mind-scrambling and destructive as a level 3 narcissist. Because the level 3 narcissist is an enigma. They don't seem to want praise and attention, and often look hurt, while giving the impression of being a misunderstood but sensitive person, harmless and even caring at times. But it is all an act, because they are masters of deception. This is the victim narcissist who thinks the world has wronged them and everyone owes them everything. Entitlement courses through their veins and color any interaction with them. They still need to be the best, but now it is the best martyr. They want to be seen as the one who suffers the most, who has lost the most, and who has been wronged the most. They want sympathy more than praise. They want people to go, poor you, and then go out of their way to do things for the narcissist. And that is part of the danger and destruction. They leech on people around them, sucking resources until you have nothing more to give. And then they simply move on without any gratitude. But it gets even darker. They hate people who do better than them or who overcame something they use as an excuse for why their life sucks. They love to scheme and feel like they outsmarted others, but because they are spineless, they destroy you underhandedly, masters of disguising insults as compliments and jokes. Backhanded compliments is a national sport for them, which makes them so dangerous and destructive. It can be years or decades before you realize how toxic they are and how they have poisoned your mind, made you doubt yourself, quit your dreams, or stop being yourself. You may not know why, but you just feel worse about yourself after a conversation with them. And you only realize it is them when you see how far you have gone backward after meeting them. Death by 1,000 insults. As shocking as this sounds, it gets worse. At level 4, the narcissist's deep insecurity becomes so great that they struggle to leave things to chance. They still desperately want attention and being told they are great, but they fear people will not give it on their own. To feel safe, they need control over people, which makes them feel powerful and significant. Control is so intoxicating to them that if they can, they will totally take over your life and tell you how and what to eat, what to think, and what emotions to feel. They will think for you and give you the opinions they want you to have. They turn you into someone they feel would never leave them, cross them, or even criticize them. Gaslighting, veiled threats, temper tantrums, and physical or verbal abuse are their go-to tactics. They want you walking on eggshells, too scared to even think about crossing them. It can feel like you are in a prison with no possibility of escape. They are often the ones who will stalk you if you leave. And many victims return to them because it feels safer being with them than not knowing where they are or what they are going to do next. They are also often the ones who will hurt you when you leave them because they would rather end you than be reminded that you rejected them. The degree of control is related to their insecurity. The more secure narcissist will allow their victims to live more freely. Less insecure narcissists may not allow you to go out by yourself, and some have even chained their victims up so they cannot leave a room. They will also isolate you from anyone who may support you, and thus ruin relationships with your family and friends, and may get you to quit your job so you solely rely on them, or they take control over your finances. As they cannot stand to be corrected or lose control, you may live in such fear that only when you leave do you realize how small you have shrunk around them. But sadly, there are worse narcissists than this. Because at the next level, the narcissist's destruction is widened from one person to everyone around them, even to people they have never met. And this brings us to the first of the truly scary and unsettling narcissists. Level 5. The sadistic narcissist. While all narcissists struggle with emotional empathy, where they feel what you feel, many have cognitive empathy, where they can understand how you feel. They mostly just don't care. However, the sadistic narcissist weaponizes their cognitive empathy. Just like the controlling narcissist, they thrive on power and control. It makes them feel alive. But what they specifically crave is controlling other people's emotions. They feel like a god when they can make people happy or crashing into despair with a few words. Anticipating hurting someone is like waiting to open birthday presents for them, and actually hurting people is intoxicating to them. Often, the only feeling that matters to them. They love to damage stuff you hold dear, to the point that the whole house can be full of cracked, chipped, or broken items. You may lose interest in owning stuff or having any attachment to anything, as you know it will just be damaged. Sometimes in front of you for dramatic effect, or in secret so you only find it broken when you need it. The emotional toll of never knowing what and when something will be broken, or how they will hurt you next with a comment, or ruining a birthday party or holiday will over time crush you to the point that you may no longer care about anything. Some will help you succeed just so you fall harder when they sabotage your success. And because hurting others is enjoyment for them, anyone is fair game. They may simply be bored and decided to ruin your life so they can feel something. The truly cruel, sadistic narcissist will even set you up with fake evidence or testimony to totally destroy your life and even send you to jail, just for kicks. And they don't care if others around you, like your family, are affected. It just adds to their sadism. And some will even destroy their own lives and go to prison or die, as long as they feel that they hurt you. But the next level becomes even more dangerous, because the narcissist no longer just enjoys power emotionally. They start treating people strategically, like assets, tools, objects to exploit. And that creates a completely different kind of threat. Level 6 is a predator narcissist. This narcissist is all about extracting everything they want from people, with no care as to the cost to those people. They are calculated and study you so they can gain your trust, allowing them to get closer to you and ultimately manipulate you. They may want money, love, sex, connection, or something else from you, but the real danger and damage is often what they convince you to do for them, often resulting in significant loss to you, including criminal acts, even as horrifying as convincing people to kill for them, including their own children or parents. And then they just walk away with no care, because you are only a tool or resource to them. The consequences you face with the emotional shock of realizing how they planned everything and manipulated you often breaks people. Those who do not take their own life may never be able to trust again and may be a shadow of their former self, often living in shame and guilt. It may seem as if we have hit the pinnacle in destructive narcissists, but level 7 often defy logic and reason. Level 7 is the destructive narcissist. This is often where the dark triad and dark tetrad narcissists hang out. These narcissists have a mix of multiple destructive traits, such as Machiavellianism, highly maliciousness, disregard for rules and laws, or care for others. They are often profoundly callous, impulsive, reckless, and lack empathy or remorse when they harm others. They can also have parts of a sadistic narcissist where they derive actual pleasure or amusement from the pain, humiliation, or suffering of others. But they are not intimidated by law enforcement or threats, and often do not think about or care about consequences. They ruthlessly exploit others for self-gain and think nothing of totally ruining your life for marginal gains to them. And when sadism is combined with narcissistic grandiosity and psychopathic coldness, cruelty becomes an actual goal. They do not just want to hurt you, they want to make you suffer, make you lose hope and even your sanity. And to them, ego protection takes on a new level. Rejecting them or even insulting them can cause irrational behaviors. They may feel nothing about going and getting a knife or firearm and coming back to end your life and those around you. It is not always what you did, but what you could do. Any possibility, like you may be able to expose them or may get the thing they want, is a threat they need to eliminate. So they may ruin your life just because you could have done something that would have damaged their ego. And you may not even have met them. And when you finally hurt their ego, such as leaving them, can cause them to go to war with you for life. They feel leaving them is worse than committing treason, and you need to be punished. But because of how they think, you need to suffer for what you have done. And because they are so entitled, even a minor insult to them may seem so great, but nothing they do to you and no amount they make you suffer ever feels enough for them. Watch this video to learn how AI changed stalking forever.